Okay, so I decided to do this one. Just laying here on the couch. Remember, it's a couch vlog. And I just tried one of my herbal smoking blends. Very lovely blend, by the way. Um, but anyway, uh, so yeah, and I was looking back on some of my previous videos, and they it seemed like all I do, all I got is problems. All I have are problems. Well, it's just talking about problems. So I decided to do one that is saying it's just all good. It really is all good. When you ever talk to your friends all the time and you're talking about this, your boyfriend or girlfriend or something, and you're every time you talk to him, you're always saying something negative. He gets on my nerves. I can't stand the way he does this. I can't stand the way she does that, or whatever, whatever. So they don't know any of the good things about this person. And then you stay with them and they're like, why are you with this jerk? And then who wants to hear that crap all the time? So I was starting to think that when I was watching my old videos. Oh, and by the way, the video, the one I did before this one, what was that one with uh the relationship one, the backsliding lovers. I apologize for that video. I guess I had done a ceremony earlier, and thought I grounded myself at the end of the ceremony, but evidently my energies were still so strong that they were affecting the video. That's the really only excuse I could come up with that video. Just being so horrible. Y'all know I'm crazy because I looked at that video and I was doing it close and stuff to try to see, to try to see if I was an alien, to see if I was, to see if I was a reptilian. Did a reptilian take over? I was trying to see if my eyes did a little, a little lizard thing. Like, what the heck is going on? Am I being taken over by the Illuminati? Ah! Oh, that was a good herbal blend. That one was called regular. The one I tried. The one I just tried. I figured I'd wait until tomorrow to try the other three. Let some time pass, go to sleep. Anyway, no, my life is not all suckish like that. These videos were meant to help you see me work through my problems. So it could probably seem like all I got are problems. And that is not true. That is not true at all. I have a wonderful life actually. Um, as far as material wise go, well, I could have more. I could have less. I've been a thousand, 100,000-aire. I've been what is it, like my video says, broke as a $2 hole. I don't really have any complaints. I am really having a great time experiencing the things that are coming up in my life. Just recently, I am being more focused on paying attention to the synchronicities. Just, it's almost like I am pulling myself back out of my body. I don't know if that's the word I want to use, but just pulling myself back and looking at how God is working, how these things are just being placed. And where I'm thinking these things are just like horrible things, my spirit tells me. And so I know that these are all for my good, because these things have to be removed so I can get new things. You have to, if you're going to buy a new bedroom set, you got to get rid of the old one. But if you're telling that to your children, they don't really understand because they just see you moving out their bedroom set. They don't know you bringing in, getting ready to make their room a princess room or a Superman room. They don't know. They don't care. They just see you just moving stuff out. But I trust my daddy and God, prime creator. More power to you, brother. Because I know that he's just not getting rid of everything. And then I'm left with nothing. Whenever some issue comes up, in my heart, I just know this is just so that we can make room for the better, for the next better, and the next better, because there's always next better and next better. And I choose to live my life with that belief. So, yeah, that means it's all good. Thumbs up again. It's all good. Um, and I am having a great time. I am just getting out of my little funk. Nah, it wasn't a funk. It was not a funk. It was a time of retrospection, reflection, and learning. That's what it was. And not that I might not have to do another time of learning. That's what this life is about, experiencing, and hopefully we learn whatever lesson that is meant for us to learn at that time so we don't have to go through that shit again. I had to do it. I had to do it. Okay. I'm sorry. I really did have to do that. But my life is beautiful. So, my children, who I loved, you guys, I nursed these babies for over a year each. I have two beautiful angels. Um, and when I say angels, remember the devil was an angel too. Oh, that didn't come out of my mouth. You didn't hear me say that. But my two beautiful angels, I can see the seeds that I've planted, and I can see them. I can see the foundation has been set. It was rocky. It was rocky for a while, but I see the foundation is set, and I see them just being beautiful young adults and figuring this life out, and they have tools to help them figure it out, and they're using some of those tools. Um, that is a lovely thing. It makes my heart proud. Uh, I love that I am. It's kind of crazy. I like working out of my house. I like sitting here on this couch talking mess, um, helping my clients, doing treatments. I just love it. I really do. I love the comforting vibe of it and the relaxation about it. It's less intense. It's a lot more informal, a lot more comfortable. I call myself a kitchen chemist. It's just because I go in that kitchen and make up some herbal blends for them, and everything that I do is done in that beautiful kitchen, and doing it with love, and seeing people get healed, and seeing people get to a better state, a higher vibration, just because of something I was able to do with these, and their willingness to do their work to to achieve that higher vibration. I just a facilitator. I don't do the work. Shit, you guys done seen all them other videos where I be trying to do my own work. Shit, so I can't do somebody else's work. I ain't even saying that, but it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to to do that, and to do that from my home. Um, I had a storefront. I had a storefront. Um, And the funny thing about it was that the storefront, my office, beautiful. It was a beautiful place. I don't know if you go on Facebook, WhatsNatural page, or Lonnie Pounds. You can see the office space, 1,600 square feet, beautiful rooms, nice vibe. It was set up like a house. So I guess it took me a minute to own my truth and recognize what worked for me. Um, and then after my children left, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Duh, I got two free bedrooms. Guess who's having a treatment room now? So that's what the work was done. We changed the room into a treatment room, and um, now I can officially uh, see my clients and give them their treatments. By the way, I do frequency work, applied kinesiology. We do the foot detoxes. We do the energy work, some massages. It depends on if that's a need. Also, the balancing, the chakra balancing, those type of things. The life coaching, of course. That's mostly what goes on on these couches. And I just love it. So life is not all my life is not just all sucky. It is good. I'm doing good. And like I said, just sitting back and watching the growth and the synchronicities that the creator's doing in my life, that is beautiful in itself. Um, and reacclimating myself to living a life of flow, like the water flow, and taking resistance out of my conversation. That is the most beautiful place you can be. At least I think so. It clears up a lot of clarity. It leaves life less stressful. Staying in a life of flow, you know? So, no, my life is really, really beautiful. It's actually um, a lot more peaceful than I thought I could have. So just know that when you're watching those videos when I'm working out all my shit, that I'm actually having good times too. I mean, the video I did with the roll up, with the trying to roll up the blends I just made, that was fun to me. I mean, that that was fun. I enjoys doing stuff like that. You know, so yeah, and just by the way, I ended up smoking it out the pipe. I didn't use the I didn't use the papers. I did all that work and didn't use the papers. Okay, sorry. I'm scared of the papers. They look funny. I said I'm gonna mess it up. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know how to smoke this shit like that. I was like, let me go what I know works. Okay, so see, I make my own self laugh. See there. Anyway, that's what I did. Um, yeah, and that was it excellent blend. Excellent blend. I'm really looking forward to trying the other ones. Um, I have times where I just enjoy going to hang out with people or having a nice conversation, going to listen to some music at a club. Uh, yeah, just going to listen. Well, I was what I call this is my term for it: shit talking, finger popping. Y'all youngsters don't know nothing about that, but y'all older folks, y'all know about shit talking and finger popping. We just go do some shit talking and finger popping, and then bring our little old asses right on back home. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I have a good life, guys. It is all good. When things come up, it is important to me, however, to deal with them so that life can continue to stay good and I can continue to grow higher and higher and have my vibrations raise higher and higher and stay at that high, beautiful, loving vibration. That is my desire. That is something I strive to do. So, and I think that's why I laugh through a lot of my shit too when I'm going through it. If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry. And sometimes you gotta do, that's all you got is to laugh because the shit be so, it be so sad. It's funny. At least that's how it feels. So, my videos, the purpose of them are to, because we go in life Our perceptions are such that we allow the things that we experience to be perceived as negative, whereas they can be perceived as a growing process or positive. But since that is a place that society as a whole does not cultivate, I choose to do these videos so that those things that we perceive as negative are now being perceived in a different state. So it may seem negative, or could it be that it's just a learning lesson that your soul is crying for you to pay attention to? And that is why I do the videos. People tell you to get over your shit. People say, oh, just work through it. I'm not generally one to do that unless I'm showing you how to do it. And the best way for me to show you, for me, is to let you see me go through it. Now, a lot of times you see me just come up with these next steps or ideas. That is God talking to me. Me being open to hear the things that He is saying to me, the things that my spirit is saying to me, which is which is where these issues or negative perceptions or lessons I have to learn are coming from. That's the purpose. But it can get depressing if that's all the videos that I have are, whining and complaining about some shit, you know? At the end of them, though, we end in a good note. So that's a good thing. But in the beginning, it just seems like a whole lot of fussing, whining, and complaining. So I just wanted to say that no, that's not my life all the time. It is not. It really isn't. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to like do a reality show where you see it. Shoot, my life would probably be so boring. It really would. You'd be like, is that all she does all day? Is sit and read? Is that all she does is read? And then she does some herbal stuff? What? Who wants to watch that? If you knew, I have about literally, yeah, literally, definitely over 1,000, probably close to 2,000 PDFs. Not that I've read them all, but let's just say I've skimmed through at least three-quarters of them. So I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of researching, and I love it. I love it. And then I take a lot of notes. I have a science background. So I the funniest thing is that when I do these journals and I take these notes, every now and then I'll go back and look at them, look through them, and I surprise myself about how much I know. I was like, wow, I knew that. I forgot stuff I already know. I'm trying to relearn it. Oh my goodness, it's hilarious. But yeah, so that's what I do, and I enjoy it. I really do. At my core, I enjoy being a stay-at-home mom. I enjoy being a housewife. I enjoy pampering and spoiling people and having that hospitality when they come over and hang out. And hey, look, try this out. Look at what I just did. You want to try this out? You want to look. Oh, you'll love this. Well, what about this? Hey, try this. My late husband, bless his heart, rest his soul, he said, I can't stand telling you when I'm sick because you'll go down in that darn basement and 2 hours later, you'll be talking about chasing me around the house with a spoon, talking about here, try this, try this. And he was not lying. I had this I had this vision um, of me actually doing that. And I'm like 5'3". He was like 6'5". And I literally was chasing. I wasn't chasing him, but he was walking kind of fast, and I was standing behind him, saying, "Here, come on now, come on now. This will make you feel better." I've not been down in the basement for a couple of hours, mixing up my stuff. But you know what? He liked that one. That was one of the best blends I made up. It actually, um, at that time, he was working on his diabetes, and we were having issues with medication and all that stuff. So he was talking about the neuropathy, the tingling in his hands and feet. So I went to work. Um, just to let you know a little bit about how I work. And this was before I even started my business. Okay, so this was 10 years ago. 11 years ago. Time passed. Shit. Wow. Anyway, so I looked at the medications he had. I looked to see what they did for the body. Then I looked up the herbs that would do the same thing. And then I looked at the herbs that I had that would do the same thing. And then I looked at how the herbs work together to see which herbs I had that worked together that would give the same results synergistically improving areas in his body. And then I also added other herbs that would help with other things. So diabetes is pancreas related, hormones, all of that kind of stuff. So I put a blend together, and then the nerve pain also had to do with nerve pain. Um, so I went down there and put it all together. Of course, we always pray first. We always pray first and ask God for guidance. And that stuff worked. It worked. He loved it. He loved it. As a matter of fact, he didn't have to take the medication. He just took the herbal stuff. So he complained about it, but his butt took it. Yeah, that's my life, guys. It's pretty on the outside. Anybody else would see my life and say, "Oh, that's boring. She don't do nothing. She just sits up there and talks about herbs and shit all day, and talk about the creator, and talk about how life is supposed to be, and always want you to work on your shit." You know, that's all she do. And it pretty much is, and I love every minute of it. I really do. It is it's a curse and a blessing. I'm trying to decide if curse is an appropriate word. Uh, it's a to me it's an overall blessing, but it is a curse and a blessing to see life the way I do, because sometimes it could cause for despair. Sometimes it could cause for despair, and sometimes if I'm not in the right, zone, place, or whatever, it could I could piss people off. And I know this. I don't really care a whole lot, but I know it. And then sometimes, who wants to listen to this shit all the time? Sometimes people just want to talk shit and finger pop. You know, I didn't want to be corrected and told all the time they need to work on their shit. They know they got to work on their shit. So that's my life, guys. I do have good things, and life is all good. Life is beautiful. Oh, God, life is beautiful. And I just love the way that God is so subtle about his shit. He bring that stuff on. It don't even be like a boom. It be like a, what's up? You're like, oh, wow, I get it. You know? And it's that continual, I get it. I got a pretty cool life. It's subtle. There's not a whole lot happening um, that would uh, like make a good reality TV show. It just really isn't. No. Yep. Because all you would see, it would be like a whole. It would have to be like a 30-minute reality show where yeah, 30 minutes, and they would take 2 whole days or maybe a week to get them 30 minutes, because all you would see me doing is just at the computer, in my books, looking at my PDFs, then going in the kitchen, trying to whip some stuff together, coming up with new blends. I write everything down. I really do. I can't help the scientist in me. And I even put my explanations, my train of thoughts, and all of that stuff. Why I think I should add this to that. Not all the time, but so like I tried that other blend, and see I've been battling with myself. Should I write down how I how I My thoughts on the blend. I had some people try it out for me, and I gave them a questionnaire. It's like, what do you like? Which one was your favorite? So it's like, well, do I need to fill that out myself and put it in my book, put it in my notebook, or guys, this is what I do. You know, I sit and smoke and think and come up with herbal blends and come up with different ways to heal people. The other day, I did some herbal stuff. I made some blends. I made some tinctures, some extracts. And for those of you who don't know, extracts, most herbal extracts are made by just basically soaking herbs in vodka. You can soak it in brandy, you can soak it in Everclear. It depends on the herb, depends on concentration, la 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 la. You know, if you want to get the best out the herb, blah 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 blah. I go on. See, I could talk about this stuff forever. I'm trying to tell you. But I even y'all, I put so much in my stuff. I make sure I don't even go in that kitchen to make up a blend if I am not in a loving space. I put so much energy into this stuff. And I make sure that the energy that I'm putting into it, I'm having a loving energy. Because you know, everybody knows the difference. If your mom cooks you a meal and she's in a bad mood, you know you taste the difference. Because that she can cook that same thing the next day and be in a good mood, and it's like one of the best things she's never made. So I take energy into account. I take into a state that I take I, y'all just got on stuck. I take into account my state of mind. I take into account my state of mind before I even go to make blends, to do anything. You know, this is healing, and I take in account energies. Like I said, guys, life is good, and I love this herbal stuff. I love the healing part. I love um, watching people who have done the work on the other side of it. It is so beautiful to see the transformation. Because the one thing I notice is that when people are sick and they get better, they forget what they looked like when they were sick. It's like they forget they were sick at all. You know how that goes. You got a really bad headache. You're looking all cross faced, and then you take a couple of aspirin or something, and you forget you even forget you took the aspirin. You just know you're doing better, and you just go on and do your day. So it's a trip when people are healed, and you know it's like, oh, I don't need to go to her anymore, or they come by, you know, like class visit or something like that. And I'm just so tickled. I'm just so tickled because I see, you know, I see the transformation, and it guys, it's so my life is good. I think I will do some videos maybe showing some of the good things just to have a little bit of balance. Life is about balance. When you get out of balance, things get a little fucked up. You get out of balance being too good, you get out of balance being too bad. And by the way, bad or good are perceptions. Um, and if you don't believe me, there are some people in other countries that eat chocolate covered ants. Now in this country, I think we kind of may not necessarily rush to go get some chocolate covered ants. So it's all on perception and belief systems and all of that kind of stuff. And that's part of the stuff I help people work through when we're doing the life coaching and the healing stuff. Y'all, my healing program, I am trying to tell you, you guys really probably don't know about it, but I put so much work into that. My, let me stop. I'm going to stop. But my client information sheet is 14 pages long. I gave it to somebody, and you know who you are because I'm still waiting for you to give it back. She gave it back yet. She ain't made it through the information sheet. And mind you, it's been some months now. So, My shit is intense. I'm for real about it, and that's because I love it. I'm so passionate for it, and I will fire you. I will definitely fire you as a client if you ain't doing the work. Cause I ain't, you ain't gonna waste my time. Cause I put too much work in it. So you ain't gonna waste my time, and I ain't gonna keep taking your money. So you just get to go. Really, you just get to go. When you're ready to do the work, come on back. I'm gonna do the work. So this thing says I've been talking for 30 minutes. That's probably a long time to hear me rambling. I love you, and this is a good thing. It's all good. It's always all good. Just perceive it that way. You know? That's all I'm saying. And I do have a good life. I have good things that happen in my life. Um, I really do. I really do. If I were to write a book or to just tell you some of the good things that happen, you'd think I'd be lying. But I have great things, miraculous things to some people actually happen in my life. So I just wanted to say that and leave you with some love, mwah, and hugs, mwah, and to know that it's all good. And I have other things that go on in my life that are not just all sucky. Okay? So peace, prosperity, and love. Oh, peace. There you go. Peace, prosperity, and love to you.